I know it's seemingly strange. On a Thursday, and then 5 p.m., that's right, you're welcome to the lounge. My name is Melanie Ishola, and right now that we are lounging, we brought something really hot. And as always, I have with me in the studios, Margaret Osazua, the only Edo Pekin, Edo Queen in the whole of Punch Nigeria Limited. What's going on?
I'm stressed.
I know. My baby doll is
But thank
stressed.
you for having me. Thank you.
Always a delight.
Thank you.
And indeed, we brought him back. So call this the return of Adeyemi Lahomi.
No. Let her pronounce it well. Say it one more time.
Adeyemi Lahomi.
There's her hard here.
Nice to be on the show.
You see this Yoruba thing, you see this language thing.
I was still managing Lahom, then you put aha.
You know, it has a rhythm with her.
Let Melanie continue.
Lahomi.
Let me share the best.
And if I could call the real Yoruba way, I could say Lahomi Tipatanke Lotu Ife. Margaret, don't be lost.
They've thrown me out of the room, but it's okay.
This is not where we're going to settle the age-long controversy around the ownership or the origin of Lagos. This is just about the conversation we're about to have. Now, guys, we have something for you. And believe me, when I say we have something for you, I should remove... guys, because this is real. Now, what we are deliberating upon today is, should a baby daddy refuse pregnant baby mama sex with other men? We don't know about you, but some people here think, well, yeah, she is in charge of her life, and she should be able to do as she wishes with her life. It's her body, her rule. And as always, you get to call us as well. Numbers to call right here is 091-3373-4592, 091-3373-4952, and in a moment, the phone lines will be open. Now that is set. Gentleman and lady, indeed, this is our life. This is our body. In this scenario, we find a boyfriend and a girlfriend. In this case as well, they are exes. However, there is something connecting them, the pregnancy. So a lady who's pregnant for a man whom they're no longer dating by now, and the guy insists, no, you cannot have sex with other men while you're pregnant with my baby. However, the lady in question would say, and this is Margaret's argument, that, well, I am not having sex with other men. I have a man who loves me now. Now, the point is, the said boyfriend equally has a girlfriend. Who's going to settle this matter? Who's coming first? Naughty issues. Naughty. Drink water. Time to wear my specs. Drink water. So, now I'm going to bell the cart.
A lady shouldn't, at this point, have sex with any other man.
I didn't, please speak.
The
Say
lady,
it with your full chest.
I'm saying with my full chest.
Okay, please.
It's true. You are pregnant with my baby, even though, yes, we are not dating.
Anymore.
And you already have a bump.
Or not?
No,
or you're pregnant.
She's pregnant. It sounds weird.
It sounds weird. Does it mean it cannot be done or it should not be done?
It should not. That's what I'm saying. After delivering my baby, you can.
Okay. Now let me ask you, as the boyfriend in this case,
to
this pregnant girlfriend,
Yeah.
who no longer is your girlfriend,
Yes.
should you, in the space of time that she's pregnant for 9 months, be able to have a relationship whereby you are romantically involved? Because now she's being deprived.
Number one, we are exes. Number one. And she fortunately got pregnant for me.
Fortunately. But unfortunately for her now.
I wouldn't say unfortunately.
No, it is unfortunate. Because though she's no longer your girlfriend, your rule still holds over her life.
The thing is, she's giving one some bombastic side.
I'm taking it to the bombastic mama.
I'm not saying she shouldn't date anything.
No. Be clear about what you're saying.
Anything she wants to do, let it be after.
I need you to see the complete complication of what you're saying.
Anything she needs to do, let it be after she delivers.
Let me simplify it for you. So now, you're no longer dating this lady, are you?
Yes.
Are you still dating this pregnant lady?
No.
Thank you. Do you have a relationship where you date and you have sex?
I can't decide
Hypocrisy smells.
I can't. No. It depends.
This hypocrisy smells.
No.
I know.
You know, I was just listening to you.
Right.
See,
Should I hold my shield?
No, you're good. it just goes to say how selfish one can actually be. No, wait. I'm getting somewhere. Now, you said something. You said she's pregnant with your child. So because she's pregnant with your child, she has to be, let me just say it as it is, she has to be sex deprived. No, wait, though.
No better word, Margaret.
And then she now asks you a very clear question, that during that period, those months where she has taken it in, will you be romantically involved with her? And they are saying, she's my ex. And they are saying it's fortunate for her. It's an unfortunate thing that she got pregnant for you. It's unfortunate. No, wait, though. Wait, you know, I said I was doing like this. I was listening to you.
Let me take water.
Take water.
You need it.
Wait. Now, Melanie, really, yes, I understand the fact that because she's pregnant with his child, it's somewhat, let's just say, for us Africans, it's somewhat like a taboo for us.
I love that you brought Africa.
Yes.
So you are
how
losing
can
the shield
you?
of culture.
Yeah. How can you be pregnant and be sleeping with another man?
Okay.
I mean, no, it's not even normal, to say the least.
Okay.
But what I'm bringing out here is, I watched that video.
Okay.
The guy sounded very condescending, very possessive. She's not your girlfriend anymore, and you know the height of it all. He has a girlfriend though, that he's probably sleeping with.
What are
He
you
has
saying?
a girlfriend, and
Steady.
the girl is not even saying, I want to go and start sleeping with different men. She's saying, I have somebody that cares about me and does not mind, and he's like, I don't want you seeing any other guy. Are you joking? Baby daddy, are you fine?
Now, allow me.
No,
Explain it to me.
No.
I'll become.
I have another person that I'm dating. We broke up, but I have someone else that I'm dating. You are carrying my baby. I'm not saying you can't date and you can't go out with other men.
But
That's what the video is saying.
you can't go out with other men, but no sex.
okay, please. Now tell me the mechanism to enforce the no sex rule. Please join in this conversation. 09133734592. Again, the number is right there on your screen. Should a baby daddy refuse pregnant baby mama sex with other men? Margaret, I love how you came with the conversation. However, to play the devil's advocate in this case, I think in a manner of speaking, which was why I said when you said, oh, so we're doing the what's it called?
Again, the cultural book.
The culture, yeah.
Yeah.
So if we're coming from the cultural angle, you may say, oh, it really sounds somehow, but we have new cultures. And part of the new culture is people would say to you, people have rights. So if you're coming from the African cultural background, yes, but if you're equally now coming from the, oh, there is the human rights culture of this is my body. It is not you. You are not me. What's going on? I should be able to do what I want to do with my body.
But you are
Plus,
carrying another life.
Let me land here. The new life I'm carrying now requires that I also need to be lubricated. Have you checked science? So I need, as a pregnant woman, I need
Allow
sex.
me.
Am I explaining it to you? Are you hearing something new?
Graphics.
So the pregnant woman needs sex,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so these are part of the things she requires on the journey that you have put her.
Okay.
Essentially, that you both have put each other.
You know what I just
Because
see
won't say
here?
she's not
The guy just
responsible
wants
too.
to eat his cake and have it. As far as I'm concerned.
And having
Yes.
your cake and eat
Yes.
it.
He wants to eat his
Wait.
cake and have it. Tell me, if this girl tells him, if she had asked him a straight question, okay, through these 9 months that I will be sex deprived and I really need it. Let's just say she's somebody that enjoys this sort of thing and she wants it.
Would you be able to provide it for
He
her?
will say yes.
Do you think he would?
Melanie, I promise you, he will say yes
Well,
because he
well,
wants
I
to
cannot
eat his
reason
cake
like a man.
and have it.
Now, speaking of having your cake and eat it, Margaret.
Now,
so
me, don't look at me like I'm
you're
bullying
saying
you.
that
No.
he could say yes to servicing, and permit me to use the word servicing, because now they're no longer romantically involved,
Mm-hmm.
but for the purpose of you cannot have sex with other men, this is my baby, and so could I be responsible for doing that for you in the meantime while our pregnancy is still in course? And then you say to the guy that the guy would say yes. Well, the same men reason a different way, women a different kind of way. I wear a pink shade, they wear blue shades. I really would not agree if I was the woman in that case. We said no to each other. Let it be no.
Of course, I
This
would
baby
say
is
no.
what we have together.
But he will say yes. You know why? Just
Why?
like I said, he wants to eat his cake and have it. It's like this. It's like when the last time we were on the lounge, remember we were talking about this sort of thing. And one of the ladies that we had as a guest said something. She said, when you have sex, for ladies, most times, except they just tell you, okay, this is it, it's friends with benefits, is nothing.
Please. Yes, please.
When you have sex with somebody, you are emotionally attached to that person. Now, this is someone that was once emotionally attached to you, to the extent that she got pregnant for you. Now you are exes. She's trying to be attached with somebody else. If she brings the card of, okay, you don't want me to be having this with somebody and I want you to be able to do this for me, you will say yes. Because you want to, but at the end of the day, it's at the detriment of who?
And now that we're even having this conversation, I think it's great to be able to say that there was a situation, and this is real life. It's not made up, it's not social media, it's not a skit, of somebody who found love, true love, carrying somebody else's pregnancy. When I was back at school, I remember somebody saying, do you know, this happened to a sister's friend in Ilori, right? And this lady was pregnant for somebody else, who in this case was not even going to be responsible for the pregnancy.
Imagine.
So it was supposed to be a dark side moment of her life, but she found love. And the love is love. Should you say that this woman wouldn't? Should you say the woman should not? Should and should, however. Should you say the woman should not? Or would you say the woman should not go ahead and get the love?
I am not saying I would support her going for someone that would love her.
This is the same thing in this case.
Since we are no longer together.
But there is pregnancy.
But there's pregnancy.
Okay.
And when it has to do with sex, and coming from my own aspect, and thinking as a man, I would say that we could reach a sort of agreement.
Where?
Okay.
Having threesome?
No, no.
Hey! I don't know where you're coming from.
No.
Hey, that's a lot too.
It's
a lot.
But it's a
Melanie.
question.
Yes, I know. There could be a sort of agreement between us that, hey,
Go ahead.
when you are in that, when you need to be
Lubricated.
using Melanie's words,
Come to me.
What about the person who now is in a life?
Sure.
And
Sure,
loves
no,
her?
no,
How
the
is that
thing-
not selfish?
Sure, you're saying it.
See,
How
they think
is that not
well,
selfish?
it is a complicated situation.
Please help us on
It is a complicated situation, and for the man, it is going to be very difficult because if the lady he's dating now gets to find out, that is another kettle of problem.
Kettle of fish. Hello, good afternoon. Good evening, that would be. I guess I'm still used to the lounge. Yes, good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Emeka and I'm calling from Enugu.
Okay, Emeka, can we have your thoughts now, please?
Yes, I follow what you are discussing at the lounge.
Thank you.
Now, this is my take. In as much as the two of the ladies pregnant, that pregnancy is not for that man.
No.
Unless that man had the issue, had the intention to make the act of sex action in the heart.
I'm
Put something in a trash bin and begin to go and look for it.
Yes, sir.
So,
No. In this case, they confirmed that the pregnancy was for the man. Oh. It's confirmed
I understand. The
Okay.
man was responsible
for the pregnancy. Okay.
Yes. So what I'm trying to say is, the man will know if the girl happens to tell him, is it not?
That's true.
So what I'm trying to say is that the man don't have any single right over that young thing.
Mr. Emeka, speak on. Speak on.
100%. And for that man who think that if the lady wants to be prepared, she should come to you, that man should be stoned to death. I'm sorry, I know I'm on air.
I mean, okay.
Thank you
next
so
time
much.
try and be more civil. But I mean, we understand you're just expressing your mind.
No, see, how can you bring, do you know what that girl is going to pass through for 9 months? So what I'm saying is that it's just that in Nigeria we have never passed abortion period. In this situation, that pregnancy, if that lady don't want it, should be terminated. Young man, you can't go and have fun to throw something somewhere
Right.
and begin to claim a child.
Right.
If we pass abortion bill, such pregnancy should be immediately terminated unless the young lady on her own want to keep the baby. So what I'm saying is that, to cut the long story short, Mr. Man, if you pregnant a girl by mistake, don't go there. Rather, you need to be paying that girl for damages.
That is so shit. Mr. Emeka, thank you so much for calling. What is this? This table is scattered, please. Okay, so now that we scattered, boom. Me, what do you want to laugh on?
No, this one, like I said, it's a complicated situation. And the thing is this.
See, your position is that as an African man, I don't think Emeka is a true African
man.
In the light of
he's a true African man.
No.
He's just not a selfish one.
No.
These are the new African men that are emerging.
I'm looking at we had sex together that resulted in this, and the other person you tend to.
Why is there a problem? Let me ask you. I think the problem is with your mind, though. No, in your mind now you are wondering.
No.
Let's let him land.
What's going to be happening?
Let's let him land. He's getting somewhere.
Like, so when they copulate, what's going to happen to your baby?
No, I'm thinking in terms of, okay, the person you intend to have it with, you don't know what he or she might, maybe STDs, STIs, that's what I'm thinking of.
What if you also had it, but you're pregnant?
Except maybe they want to use maybe protection and the likes, okay. But it still sounds, it still sounds odd.
All right, thank you.
That's to me.
And that is your thought. And to be honest, sincerely, everybody's thoughts or opinion or perspective actually holds water. Margaret, we have some messages for you. That would be good luck.
Okay, so Star Good Luck Ojima on Facebook says, I don't think so, because if a lady is married, she does not have the right to go to another man. Ima Essian says, the man has zero rights to stop his baby mama, period. And that's on. Full stop, you know.
Please, is that Ima a man or a woman?
I don't know.
It would matter if we know if this person
I don't know if
is
it's
a man or a woman.
And
essentially, you can still put the call across to us and let's know what your thought is on this. I mean, it's a very simple question, and we've simply been asking. So, a pregnant baby mama has been asked by her ex-boyfriend, in this case, not to have sex with other men. What are your own thoughts? If you're the lady in that situation, what would you do? If you're the man, would you say indeed like Laomi is saying, no, don't do it? 091-3373-4592. So
the only thing is that if there is a medical, let's say if there's a medical explanation for this.
For what?
Having sex, maybe baby mama, baby things.
Naomi,
maybe there's a medical
let me come from this angle, Melanie. The truth of the matter is, if this girl, this lady in question, stands up and tells the man that, okay, I've listened to you, I'm going to just stay put, it means that she doesn't have any purpose in her life. But yes, let's call it spade a spade. She has no purpose. I mean, for whatever reason will a man date you, knock you up, and then dump you like trash, just like Emeka said. Wait.
So don't let us go into that.
They shall dump each other. Whether she dump him or dump her.
That's a very valid point.
You left each other.
Yes. Let's just say. Okay. Let's just say that they left each other. But maybe I'm telling the story in my head different. No, I like to tell stories.
They drifted.
They not drift. One left each other. They left each other.
Okay.
They are no longer together.
Okay.
Now, if the lady stands up to say, if the guy constantly has an opinion in her life, it means that there was no living. They're literally still together. They are no longer together. Now, this video is not telling us for how long they've been separated for. What we are seeing is a bump. In fact, for what it's worth, it could even be a one-night stand, maybe after they even broke up. That resulted to this.
Trust me, coach.
And now the girl is saying to you, I've not disrespected you in any way. I mean, I've done everything I'm supposed to do. But there is somebody out there now that loves me for who I am, regardless of the fact that I'm carrying your child, and wants me more than anything. And then you're now telling her that don't go after the man.
I'm not saying you should
don't go with the man.
I'm not saying you should not go with the
man. Don't have wait now. Don't have intercourse with the man.
The sexual aspect.
I don't understand because when you are your heart is like.
Are you having
what's really going on in your mind?
Is the man having intercourse?
Let's simplify this.
Is the man having intercourse?
Lady
with his girlfriend.
Lady and gentleman.
I don't know.
You don't.
I don't know.
And I put you as the man.
Yeah, okay, as a man.
And with your girlfriend.
You hold me romantically with
your girlfriend.
So why do you think you hold the pan
to tell her not to?
Not to.
Is she a child?
No, she's not a child. And I'm not saying don't go.
So she drop
for
your
a
child
man
first.
that
Loves you.
No, see, don't drop
So
it
she does-
because we are. I don't see us.
But we are saying
together.
9 months is a very long period.
It's
of
a long
time.
period, yes.
How do you want her to
And
cope?
also because physiologically she needs
sex.
So you
Yes.
want to give her instead, like the man should give her instead.
Okay, so let's go by Emeka's analysis. And I really want somebody to interpret it for me better because Emeka went, really all out for this. And I'm looking at a situation whereby at the end of the day, women may seem to need to be able to stand for themselves a bit better. In the video, we saw a lady who was able to express herself clearly to say, no, you don't hold that right over me. We're no longer together and you cannot say, I should not. And for me, it talks to boundaries. Now, when we set boundaries, when relationships, we agree to love and we agree not to love anymore. So we've agreed to love. As a result of our love, pregnancy came. Now, we equally agreed not to love anymore. So should you be able to have that right over me? What are the limits of rights exes should have over?
See, I
So
will
far-
go
so
with
far
the
we are-
word that somebody
okay.
said. I apologize for that, allow me.
Okay.
And it says that you call somebody an ex for a reason. There's ex there. That if there's an ex there, that means that person was not meant to be in your life at the time. If the person was meant to be in your life, the person will not be an ex. So if you're an ex, stay where exes stay, and that is off my life. Guess you can have conversations, but there are limits to those conversations. There are boundaries because anything can ignite the fire. You can fall in love again, and maybe that's probably not what you want. So yes, there are boundaries like that. Space, very large space. There's some people that when they end things with their ex, they lose their contact. Some people even go as far as living where their exes are, last the states they
So
are.
it's situations where these exes are people you have children with, these exes are maybe people you have
There is
businesses
nothing you
with.
can do. There are children involved. They will always be in your life.
Okay, so Naomi, boundaries.
There should be boundaries. There should, because one way or the other you'll understand each other's weak points. That okay, if I say this certain thing, can spark up the emotions again. But since you've decided to go your separate ways, let it be that way. But if there is a connecting factor, you have to respect each other's opinions, so that there can be a united front. Now, on this issue, it is difficult to say that the woman should not go on with her life.
Right.
I'll support it, but I'm only looking at, like I'll say, romantically involved. Yes, you can be romantic without having
Intercourse.
So yeah, you can be romantic without having intercourse.
For a woman who's already
And
had
with
intercourse,
yeah.
how
because
realistic is that?
I think there are some women. There are
She's
some
not a
women.
virgin anymore.
I don't know. I understand.
So there's no barrier.
I'm sure that there are women who she's not going to be the first person in that position. I'm sure in that position, the
Who
said
breaks
lady.
off
The said baby
a
mama.
relationship after being pregnant.
Yeah,
and
she's not the
doesn't
first.
have- okay.
She's not the first. Neither
And won't be
should
the
she.
last.
So I would want to say that there are some women who just say, okay, I won't have sex until after I give birth. Until after I give birth. There are some. I'm not saying it is.
Yeah,
No.
There are some women that will say, I won't have sex until I give
Yes,
birth.
there's some women
As-
like
Should we
that.
legislate this? Are you asking us to legislate this? That women who are not romantically involved as at the time of being pregnant should stay that way until the babies are out. Now, see, there are perspectives. And to be honest, it similarly looks like I don't quite have a clear stand on this thing, but I do. Now, I mean, we could want to go the way of scriptures, which for me is almost always one of the easy go-tos, right? And you could want to go somebody like the Virgin Mary. The Virgin Mary was not impregnated by any man, according to accounts of the Bible. Right? And then she became pregnant, and I'm not told in the Bible that when she became pregnant that she was being lubricated or anything, because this was only conception, right? And then she had the baby. Whatever I think I can deduce happened between Joseph and Mary happened after Jesus was already birthed. Now, it took a level of sacrifice for Mary to be able to do this. I feel like it's okay for us to demand that women should understand the import of the position of carrying a life I think it's okay, to be honest. But I just feel that when we get a bit, what would be the word? When we just feel it's our right to demand it of them, is where I seem to have a problem. Where we feel too entitled to the bodies of a woman, to the ways of a woman, to the conducts of a woman. And then I'm asking, why? Why are you so involved? Why are you so invested?
You know,
So far you are with my baby. So far you are with my baby. You're still within my conduct because we are both responsible for that life.
for that child.
Exactly.
Yes.
But your baby, you say, our baby will
Our
be.
baby, yes.
So
And
if you're
you're
saying
so
your
whatever-
baby, I'm saying
so
our baby.
I will be
So you always
concerned.
say on
I
this
will-
baby as I have it. say on
Yes,
this
but
baby.
I will be more concerned that you should not do things that will hurt you
But we
or
are
the baby.
exes. Unfortunately, I
Yes,
don't
I
serve your
understand.
purpose
Yes,
anymore.
you don't. But like we said, we all agree there is a connecting factor, the baby, and for
So let's
whatever
take the
for
interest
whether
of the baby. So what
Yeah.
is in the best interest?
The interest of
baby?
the best interest of the baby is that the baby should be in good condition when he or she is birthed.
Okay, so Margaret, so for the baby, for the best interest, so what's in the best interest of the baby? What would you advise? What do you think? I mean, let's take the sentiment of what the baby daddy is even demanding out of it. There is a baby in this conversation.
Yes.
It's not a conversation between two people at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's a conversation between three people, just that the third person doesn't have a voice yet.
Yeah.
So, what do you think is best in the best interest of this baby?
Okay, so first of all, I would like to say something before I answer this question. As individuals, we are responsible for what happens with us, outside us, within us, whatever happens, we are responsible for it. So I see no reason why two adults should have unprotected sex when you're not ready to birth a child. Because, I mean, I'm looking at this scenario and I'm still telling myself, I don't know, it's just in my head, that this was probably like a one-night stand. It couldn't have been planned.
It could have. There are lots of it.
Okay, let's just say it was planned. The one in my head is like, it couldn't have been planned. Let's just say it is what it is. Why didn't you use protection? Okay, now you didn't use protection, there's a child involved. Now I'm going to go with what Laomi is saying in a particular extent. Now, because there are different sides to these things, she could venture have sex with this man and then endanger the life of the child because there's a child involved. Now, I would rather he had a proper conversation with the lady as to saying, look at some of the dangers. Would you mind using protection? Is there a possibility that you might sacrifice these few months? Not standing and demanding. And then tell her, because you have no right. She has rights to her body. She has rights to that. And that child is for the both of you. And obviously, she don't want to endanger the life of her child. So she'll be careful.
You know, we only saw the part where they were arguing. What if the guy had been, caressing her into...
Oh,
no,
God.
just
That guy's
calm
not a
down.
caresser.
No.
What video, yeah?
No, you only saw the reaction. There must have been conversations before that.
Tell me.
I am telling you.
Tell me something.
I am telling
Okay,
you.
so conversations before or after, trust me, I see this as a seeming conversation that takes place behind the closed door of a lot of couples. And I use the term couple loosely in this case, right? Now, join the conversation as well. Your thought matters. 091-3373-4592. Again, 091-3373-4592. Should a baby daddy refuse pregnant baby mama sex with other men? Now, I really love how you came about this conversation, Margaret. And I'm analyzing it to say, so the ideal is you're not ready because part of the consequences of having
Unprotected sex.
unprotected in this
His baby.
sex even when we begin even they shout unprotected go was just how many decades ago. So one of the, because even this protected is not 100% guaranteed, and that's the point I'm making. As somebody who's falling short,
Don't worry.
I know, I was saying beyond that. I was saying beyond that.
No, graphics.
Yeah, I know. It's
I don't want
okay.
to think.
I'm not saying it beyond that. But I know that contraceptives fail, if I can just say that. And so I'm saying, so you don't want to be responsible for a baby. There are choices, there are chances, there are consequences. Do not be romantically involved. Except you can stop it before it gets to penetration.
Oh, you're ready for a child.
Oh, you're ready for a child.
Yes.
And other consequences
Because
that may come.
there are people that do these things and they don't mind. Do you understand? There are ladies that want to have children. Maybe they are probably getting older and they don't want to get married, so they just get pregnant for maybe one of their boyfriends. That's
me,
a different
to even
situation.
avoid
That's
issues
different.
Do you understand?
That's different.
That's a
Old
different-
ladies
and-
now don't
That's
do it for
for-
their boyfriends.
And
They
that's
do it
ex.
by IVF, they do it by other means.
Okay, maybe now.
Trust me. They do
So
it
that
by
they won't know the baby that.
Trust me,
No,
by surrogacy,
even
by
if-
IVF. I mean, Iniedo did it. Iniedo has a baby. And we're not told she had the pregnancy herself. It was by surrogacy. And that's a baby. Legally a baby.
And the man will not come and tell her, don't do this,
And
don't do
nobody
that.
is going to come
No.
for issues like this to say, so why you're pregnant with my baby, don't. Do you understand? So there are options.
The better way is to
There is-
communicate, I
education is
beg.
needed. so.
Education is needed, but even with these options, a lot of people would say to you, these are end time things. How can you say people should do IVF for babies? How can you say, like, I know of a lady who just doesn't want a man to touch her, and that's it. She's not promiscuous, she's nothing, and she desires to have a child. And she said, I am going to put myself up for IVF, and that's how I'm having my baby. So there are
But
lots
is that
of
not
options.
psychological?
Well,
Psychological
according
issue.
to you, that these are choices, and people also should be aware of the consequences of some of these options. You may think the IVF option works, the surrogacy option works. When people sit to analyze it, you may then realize that there are a lot more consequences that may not even meet the eye as of this time, that may erupt off the back of this. But where this conversation still stands today, it's a case of a baby daddy having the right or not to say to a pregnant ex-girlfriend to have sex or not with other men. And we're going to be making a wrap very quickly, lady and gentleman. And I essentially want to know, having talked around boundaries, having talked about rights, having talked about different perspectives coming from cultures and whatnot, I want to sincerely know, so for this lady, how do you think, or what do you think is the best way for her to go about it? I see a lady who is going to have sex with a new partner regardless. However, there's a very volatile ex-boyfriend. How about the conversation around safety? What do you think she should do?
Okay, so first things first, yeah. There's a huge probability that she's going to have intercourse with another man. In fact, it's huge. If it's based on
we
the
are
video
talking,
that
it
we
has already
watched,
happened. As we are talking.
it could probably have
don't know.
happened.
We
We
don't
don't
know.
know.
We don't know.
Do you understand? But looking at the aspect of safety, I would say that she needs to involve probably somebody that can handle. I don't want to say an elder. She's probably involve somebody way bigger than the both of them that can handle both of them, because that man seems like someone that will not take shit from her. See, if he even gets that man that touches her, in fact, he's a gunner. He's gone.
From the guy,
Do you understand?
the face
From
of
the
the guy,
from
oh.
he's gone. So in that aspect, I would say that an adult, a bigger person, is involved in that situation with them. Yeah.
My own advice is, if a counselor can just let them know from a medical standpoint, one.
Okay.
If it was in Nigeria, they will say, spirituality.
Apparently, it's not in
Let's
Africa.
go ahead, because how can someone else know? So if they can go for a counselor and a medical expert to just, okay, these are the dangers, because we do not know someone having sex with someone that is not.
Does that endanger the baby?
If it will endanger the baby. If it's possible, I will just like me or as a rap, tell the lady to just sacrifice for 9 months. It's going to be difficult.
At what
Yes.
cost? Are you
Adults
paying
will
her?
be adults to be
It is going
adults.
to, yes, I know.
You
it's going
cannot
to be
force
difficult.
adults to do what they don't want to do.
Yes, but
I
we
hope
are
you know
looking,
that.
yes, yeah, and we, like you said, we are looking at the connective factor of the baby. We don't want to endanger the health of the baby.
Of course.
For a seemingly 15 minutes.
5 minutes of pleasure.
5 minutes
For
of
9 months,
pleasure.
go and tell her.
I understand.
Okay. Thank you so much, Margaret and Laomi. I mean, I think that I feel we could really go different directions around this conversation. But for me, I'm looking at a situation where, somebody poked a joke and it was viral on the internet that, and it was a question that if I have sex while pregnant, please, I'm afraid, if the baby in my belly is a girl, would the baby not run a risk of being pregnant? And I think these are some of the dumb things you read on the internet.
Yeah.
But while drawing from this thing, I just essentially want to say, for me, the bigger part of this conversation is the safety of the baby. I won't lie to you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the baby daddy, the baby mama, see, they are eating the consequences, pardon that English, of their actions, and it is what it is. So, because I feel like pregnancy should come up in relationships where people are committed, not in relationship where we don't even know what we are doing. Even if you're having unprotected sex,
bring a child
can
to
there
the
be
world
the
and be-
commitment of we are married and all of these things, and then yes, we're talking pregnancy. Now in this case, how can the baby be safe? So I have not read up. I do not know in particular detail what this means for the baby, but because I have had children, I know that sex cannot hurt. the baby, the fetus in the belly. Allow me.
We need to get a medical expert to
Well,
explain this.
Now, but on moral grounds, I may then say the woman may be magnanimous enough to say, hold up, I guess I can just protect the baby for 9 months and just stay up. However, who takes responsibility or who asks the guy to give up so much of his own rights? And that wraps it up on the show today.
I like that.
This has been The Lounge. My name is Melanie Ishola, and this is the delectable
Margaret Sazova.
And Adeyemi Lahomi.
Please join us again 5 p.m. every Thursdays on The Lounge. Goodbye.